Has no shield.
Yeah! We got a win, baby! Yeah!
Oh crap!
God. Yes, buddy! Fuck yeah! What up, y'all? Welcome. It's the arcade today. We've been progressing. We've been hitting Genshin Impact pretty hard. So let's get some scares under our belts today. Let's watch some creepy vibes. It's SpoopTober anyway. We can't go anywhere. We're locked inside. Get our creep on before we get the games on.
Today, I'm going to share with you 3 progressively more disturbing stories, and at the end of each of them, I'm going to share with you the video that is famously associated with them. But before I get into today's stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right channel because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. So if that's of interest to you, please offer to make the like button a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but employ a 6-to-1 peanut butter to jelly ratio. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's story.
I'm a 50-50 guy.
In June of 2015, 30-year-old mother of 2, Lisa McKenzie, lived in what she called a safe neighborhood in Bridgend, Wales. One day when she was cleaning up her kids' toys in her backyard, she noticed something strange about her back door. She thought maybe one of her kids had taken paint and slapped it across the back door, or perhaps it was even mud. But then when she walked up to the door itself, she could tell that there were 2 very deep gouges in the door right next to the locking mechanism. Also, the key portion of the lock had loads of scratches all over it. Initially, she thought maybe these have been here the whole time and I just haven't noticed them until right now. But when she looked at the 2 gouge marks in the door, they looked fresh. Since she did not own a dog and didn't know of any other dogs in the area that might come into her property that could have scratched up the door, she figures, okay, it's gotta be my kids. So she calls her kids outside and she points at the marks on the door, and the kids swear they didn't do it. And they say, I don't remember ever seeing that. That's new. At this point, Lisa has this sinking feeling that someone must have tried to break into our house. But she doesn't want to scare her kids, so she tells them to go back in the house. They go inside and she's standing in front of the door and she's just looking at the marks thinking like, what do I do? And she notices in the bushes right next to the door, there's something silver sitting in the bush. She bent down and picked up a wire that she immediately recognized as a windshield wiper insert because she had recently had to replace her windshield wipers because one of the inserts was missing. She also noticed this wire that was very rigid had been bent up at the end like a hook. And it was at this point that Lisa went from maybe someone's trying to break in to definitely someone just tried to break in. They're using the wire from my windshield to try to defeat them. Lisa didn't make much money, but with the money she did have, she went out and got the most expensive, sophisticated surveillance camera that she could put on the back of her house to monitor that back door. And in addition to the camera, starting that night, Lisa began compulsively checking every door, every lock, every window, everything that could secure the house. She would check 3, 4, 5 times before going to bed every single night. And then the next morning, she would get up and she would review the footage from the night before. And for the next several weeks, no one tried to break into her house. There was no suspicious activity recorded on the camera. Everything was normal. Until Monday, July 13th, when she woke up and noticed her back gate, not her door, but the gate leading into her yard, was slightly open. Now, because she was obsessively checking every door, every window, every lock, that included that gate. Meaning the night before, she had triple checked that that gate was shut and locked. So for it to be open right now meant something had happened the night before. And so without even going outside, she goes right to her security camera footage, and she would say that what she saw made her physically ill. Earlier that morning at 1:15 a.m., an unknown man wearing a rain jacket and gloves walks up to the back of their house and puts his hands and his face right up against the window and starts looking in the window. And then he steps back, pulls a flashlight out, and starts looking in the kitchen with his flashlight, just brazenly looking in the house. And at some point, he puts the flashlight down and looks up and clearly notices the camera that she has installed. He looks at it for a minute and then just kind of shrugs and goes right back to shining his light into the kitchen before going around to the door itself and trying the door and fidgeting with the door to open it. It was locked. He goes to the window.
We're going to be right back, everybody. The creepiness, man. This dude's straight up at the window.
He tries to open the window, it's locked, and he would make his way down the side of the house trying to open all of the windows until walking around to the back side of the house where there wasn't a camera. And then when he couldn't open any of the windows or doors because Lisa was diligent about locking everything, he must have just given up and left. Lisa's horrified. She gets in touch with police. She shows them the footage, but unfortunately, his face was kind of obscured in the video, and so they were never able to identify him. Here are the highlights from Lisa's security footage.
It's an older guy wearing glasses. And that dude's a little weird.
On September 8th, 2017, 19-year-old Kanika Jenkins, along with her 3 friends, were driving to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Chicago, Illinois. It was a Friday night, and the girls had been invited to a big birthday party on the 9th floor of the hotel. They arrived at the hotel around 11 p.m., and by the time they got up to room 926, the room was packed with their friends, the music was loud, and the drinks were flowing. A few hours into the party, a witness would tell police that when they went up to give Kanika a hug, she could barely stand, she was so intoxicated. Another witness said when everybody was up, dancing and having a great time, Kanika was sitting on the side of the room, apparently too drunk to even stand up. At about 3 a.m., Kanika and the 3 friends she had showed up with decided it was time to leave the party and head home. So they make their way into the hall.
I remember this one.
Cameras would pick them up in the hall. They go down to the lobby, and that's when Kanika realizes she doesn't have her car keys or her phone. Her friends, who were not nearly as intoxicated as Kanika, told her to stay in the lobby. They would go back up to the hotel room and look for her things. Her friends go back upstairs.
Word
They
of our
search the room for a
community's
few minutes, and they
acclaimed
finally find her
spreads.
purse that had her cell phone and her keys in it. They go back down to the lobby, and Kanika's not
What
there.
up, Tedger
Now,
and
they
crew?
assumed she must have already left the hotel and was waiting at the car for them, but when they got to the car, she wasn't there. So they all pile into the car and they call Kanika's mother and they say, hey, we just left this party and I think everything's fine, but we can't find Kanika and we have her phone and we have her keys. And they explained that they had left the party and she'd lost them and that she was down in the lobby and now she wasn't here anymore. And Kanika's mom wanted to know, were you guys drinking? And it was clear the friends were a little bit cagey about it. And they said, oh no, maybe a drink or two, but I'm sure she's fine. Everything's just fine. And Kanika's mom just felt like there's something off here. It's the middle of the night. You don't know where my daughter is. And so she said she was coming to the hotel and she was going to find Kanika. Kanika's mom arrives at the hotel around 5 a.m. And the first thing she does is she goes in and talks to the front desk manager and says, hey, my daughter was here. They were having a party up on the 9th floor and her friends can't find her. I'm sure she's fine, but would you mind using the security footage to show us where she went? Because we don't know if she left the hotel or if she's still here. Would you mind showing us the footage? And the hotel was totally unhelpful. They were like, well, we can't show it to you unless there's an official missing person report, which, by the way, is a complete fabrication. That's not true. They could have showed it to her. They just didn't want to. And so they told her, sorry, you're going to have to file a missing person report. And so obviously Kanika's mother is very frustrated and she just wants to find her daughter. So she leaves the hotel and she calls police. And she asks them, can you please come down to this hotel and get them to show us the security footage because we can't find my daughter. The police were willing to help, but they viewed this as, your daughter was at a party. She's probably with her friends somewhere. She's bound to show up. She probably went to another room. And they advise her that she should just wait a couple of hours, see if your daughter turns up, and if she doesn't, call us back. Kanika's mom is now doubly frustrated that there's no one who's going to help her, and so she decides that she's going to search for her daughter on her own. And so she goes back into the hotel and she goes up to the 9th floor and she begins going room to room, knocking on every single door and seeing if Kanika is inside or if anybody knows anything about Kanika. And so for hours, her mom goes room by room, floor by floor, and is getting nowhere until at 1:15 p.m., this is now 10 hours after Kanika left the party and vanished, the hotel finds out Kanika's mom is going door to door, and they call the police on her and say she needs to leave. She's trespassing now. Police show up to deal with Kanika's mother, who sees the police and says, can you please just ask them to show you the security footage? My daughter's been missing for 10 hours now. I have her phone. I can't get in touch with her. And the police say, okay, fine. They go to the front desk. They say, show us the security footage. They show them the footage, but it's just the exits of the hotel. And they see Kanika going inside, but they don't see anybody leaving. And I guess that was enough for the police and the hotel. And they said, hey, we did our job. She apparently is still in the hotel somewhere, but we can't help you anymore. And no one looked anymore at the footage. And so Kanika's mom is once again now not even allowed to be in the hotel, and no one's reviewing the footage. And so she's got nothing she can do. Police would go back, though, that night at 10 p.m., so 17 hours after Kanika has gone missing, to review the footage again. And they start sifting through other footage beyond just the exits, and they discover Kanika stumbling through the hotel at 3:20 in the morning. She leaves the lobby and makes her way downstairs to the basement. She walks down the hall and can barely stand, and she goes into the kitchen. And then when she's in the kitchen, she kind of stumbles through the kitchen and then vanishes out of sight. When the police are not able to see Kanika on any other camera after she goes into the kitchen, they decide to just go down to the kitchen and look for her in there. And so at 12:48 a.m. on Sunday now, this is almost 24 hours after she's gone missing, they discover Kanika. She had stumbled into a walk-in freezer that was left open for reasons we don't know, and then once inside, she had accidentally shut the door, but she was too drunk to open it up again, and she froze to death. Although Kanika's death was ultimately ruled an accident, one could make the case that had the hotel allowed Kanika's mother to review the footage just 2 hours after Kanika went missing, perhaps she would have found the footage that led them to the kitchen. They could have gone down and found her before she froze to death, but we'll never know. Here is the final footage of Kanika stumbling through the hotel before she ultimately landed in the freezer.
That is insane. Man, you can tell she is ripped. And she has no clue where she is. She's of it. That's insane.
In the early 1970s, a man named Marshall Applewhite was fired from his music teaching job for having an inappropriate relationship with a male student. Shortly after, he admitted himself into a psychiatric institution where he met a nurse who worked there named Bonnie Nettles. Both had a deep interest in biblical prophecy, and Applewhite, after meeting Nettles, was convinced they had met in a previous life. Nettles agreed and took it a step further, saying extraterrestrials had come to her and preordained that she would someday meet Applewhite. The two did not have a romantic relationship at all. It was strictly platonic. They bonded over a desire to ascend to a higher level of existence and ultimately reach the kingdom of heaven. Applewhite began calling himself Bo, and Nettles became Peep, and together they would start an infamous cult known as Heaven's Gate. The premise of Heaven's Gate was that an alien spacecraft that they simply called the UFO was going to come to Earth and whisk away Heaven's Gate cult members, elevating them to a new world and a better life that they referred to as Tela, or the evolutionary level above human. There was a catch though. Anybody on Earth who did not get on the UFO whenever it got here would be recycled, i.e. destroyed, along with everybody else on Earth, and then at some point a new human population would grow and another UFO would come and whoever got on that would be saved over and over and over again. That was just how it worked. And Bo and Peep were telling everyone they talked to about Heaven's Gate that we're already in end times. Apparently there were signs that this UFO is going to be here any day. And so now is the time to join the cult. And so by 1975, Bo and Peep had recruited 20 people to be a part of their cult, which meant they gave up their families, they gave up their possessions, they basically gave up everything in their life and moved to Colorado to live in total poverty as they waited for this UFO to arrive. For 10 years, cult members waited and waited for this UFO that never showed up. And Bo and Peep are aggressively reminding people that this is the path, you just gotta stay the path. And then Peep unexpectedly died of cancer in 1985, which really screwed things up for the cult. In their doctrine, it was destiny that Bo and Peep would get on that UFO and make their way to Tela, the evolutionary level above human. That was their destiny. And now Peep has died on planet Earth. She did not get on the UFO. She did not ascend to Tela. She will not get to Heaven's Gate. Bo was devastated and horribly depressed, and it wasn't really clear what was going to happen to Heaven's Gate. But he composed himself and he began to tweak his messaging a little bit. Bo began telling his followers that Peep had in fact ascended to Tela. Yes, she did not get on the UFO. However, the aliens must have given her a signal that if she leaves behind this human body, this mere vessel, you'll still ascend to Tela. Basically, he was preaching to them, if you just end your own life at the right moment, you can go to Tela too. But Bo didn't really know what the right moment was. He didn't know what the trigger was going to be. Until 1995, when astronomers discovered the Hale-Bopp comet was going to be passing by Earth 2 years later in 1997. And Bo saw this as the trigger. The UFO was going to be hiding behind the trail of this comet, and for sure, Peep was riding on that UFO, and as soon as it passes by Earth, we need to ascend. And so fast forward to March 26, 1997, as the Hale-Bopp comet passed by Earth, 39 of the Heaven's Gate cult members, including Bo, they began their journey. Bo told them they would be exiting the Earth in 3 groups. And so on March 26th, Group 1 entered their San Diego mansion and consumed applesauce mixed with barbiturates, followed it up with a whole bunch of vodka, and then put a bag over their head and waited for death. Then on March 27th, Group 2 entered the San Diego mansion, knowing full well what they were walking into. They all had specific jobs of how they were going to clean up the mess left from Group 1. They cleaned it up. Then they picked up the Group 1 members and placed them in beds and put a purple cloth over their face before they, Group 2, consumed their own applesauce mixed with barbiturates and put a bag over their head and waited for death. On March 28th, the 3rd group entered the San Diego mansion, and this included Bo, and they did the same cleanup as Group 2. They put the Group 2 deceased members in bed as well, and then they consumed applesauce and barbiturates, followed it up with vodka, bag over their head, waited for death. Bo had given special instructions to 2 of the members that were within that third group to wait until he had exited Earth and take special care to put him in a specific bed, organized a certain way, and then when they consumed their own applesauce and barbiturates followed up with vodka, they should do that in their bed because they're the last 2. There's nobody else to move them. When a former cult member stopped by the San Diego mansion to check in on the cult, they went inside not knowing what they were up to and found all 39 cult members deceased, laying in bunk beds with identical black and white Nike running shoes on their feet with purple shrouds over their bodies, and they were all wearing matching armbands that read Heaven's Gate Away Team. Just hours before they exited the Earth, each of the groups would perform exit interviews where they would record themselves talking about why they were doing this, why it was important, and what they expected on the other side. They are remarkably cheerful and happy considering what they all know they are about to do. Here are some highlights from those exit interviews.
Okay, we have Thirsody with us, and I believe that you chose the name Thirsody because you want to be reminded of your thirst for next level knowledge. Is that correct?
That's right. I know my vehicle's, or this vehicle that I'm wearing's, pretty nervous, pretty scared. Some may say, well, boy, it's quite a irreversible step.
This isn't a troubling circumstance. Don't take it as that. It's just a gateway, just a doorway.
Okay, thank you.
Now you're going to find this old crummy vehicle in a bunk someplace that I'll probably be watching when you check it out and observe your responses and your reaction when you look at these vehicles. And they're all nothing but containers that we've used and borrowed for the short amount of time.
People in the world who thought that I had completely lost my marbles. They're not right.
So that's going to do it, guys. Let me know what you thought of these 3 stories in the comments, and I will pin the
That's
best comment
crazy,
at the top of
dude.
the comment section. If you enjoyed today's stories and you haven't done this already, please offer to make the like button.
Yo, these people were just like, yeah, we're just gonna go off with some aliens. Like, that's it. Oh my god. Ugh. Not gonna lie, that's probably super creep. Music is always nice. Always. All right, here we go.
Odds reveal. Why do they never miss? Off we go. Adventure time.
Oh, tablet. Right. 20 words faded. Copy it down. Okay. Man.
Adventure time. Get out of here. Off we go. Let's dance.
Another test subject. A little taste.
Off we go.
That
Get out
tingle?
of here.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Let the show begin.
Fry.
By royal decree. Adventure time.
No rest for the wicked.
Get out of here.
There we go.
Windblade.
Hello.
You still playing the game?
Yeah. What up, Zoo?
Nothing much, how about you?
Not much. So, just hanging out. Did our creepy video for the day, and now we got the game going.
Right, right now I'm just playing Roblox.
Who hit me?
Let the show begin. Get out of here! Out of the way! That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Way down right here. Hey, babe, what's up? Goofy. Level 2. Yeah. Uh-oh. What up, wild card? Thought I just caught these. Yeah?
Finally got stopped and finally came over the plan of action. It only took them a flipping week and a half. They say my aunt might be stable enough to come home tomorrow, but the plan is chemo to help shrink the mass, then surgery.
Wow, congrats, man. That is...
Because she hasn't been stable enough to come home because of the mass. She was having internal bleeding and losing 2 pints of blood a day.
Whew. Glad to hear she's doing okay now.
And you want to know why I've been freaking out so bad? It's because of that. And then me being in charge of advanced directives and pre-planning everything just in case, you know, for worst case scenario, you know. I've been
never makes anybody feel better.
You know, it just and on top of me already not sleeping when I got all this nerve pain, you know.
Right?
But you know how it gets to me sometimes, and then I get angry at people sometimes, but I can't help it with all the pain I'm in, man. I just sometimes have a short fuse. And I don't do that shit on purpose at all, you know?
Yeah. So what the... Did I miss it? I think I missed it.
So how you been doing? You back at work, or what's going on?
Well, my Well, yeah, I'm home. My interview got pushed to tomorrow because they didn't have. Well, the warehouse, I couldn't stay there no more. My health is an issue with that place.
Oh, why? Because of fiberglass or some shit, or?
No, the stress of the work put me out for 3 months, and my stomach was all messed up from it. What's up, babe?
You got guys
Did I?
Unsafe,
No, in the door.
Unsafe shit or what?
Hey, what?
Did you have a lot of guys doing a lot of unsafe shit and shit? That
no, it's just the workload. Like, the workload was never ending, as in, like, they were doubling the work, and we were losing, like, 80 people in the warehouse a week because they were just quitting, which then it got to a point where the entire warehouse of 500 people was being worked by 35 people.
Oh, so basically they want, like, the work of 50 people done by 10.
Yeah, they wanted 50 people's work done in 10 hours, and it was not possible. We were already pulling six mandatory days a week, 10 to 12-hour days. It was rough.
I've been there when everybody goes on vacation. I work at Union Tank, all pressure off railroad, dude. You're talking flipping. I was working 16s 5 days a week, and then 12 to 16 on Saturday, another 10 to 8 to 12 on Sunday. So I was working over 100 hours a week.
What if all the writing we're getting means we're going to come back here? That'd be kind of cool.
I kind of miss them days though, GameKey, because I had a type of job where I could nap at work.
Oh, mine was continuous warehouse stock. So like, we were supposed to be putting away 10 batches a day. Is just impossible.
I used to get like 8 hours worth of welding done in like 3 to 4 hours flat, as long as I had good fit up, you know. So then I just sat and relaxed, you know, for 4 or 5 hours and went until the next shift, you know.
Right. All right, so we got that done.
Hell, there was even times I was pulling so much overtime to cover for guys that were on vacation. The boss even told me to go in his office to take a fucking nap. So. At 20-something an hour, and then flipping, you know,
Adventure
time
time.
and a half of that. That's what, like
$30 an hour.
And then
That's
I was getting
insane.
double time on Sunday. Sunday was
40?
double time. Yeah, because we were really close to 20 or 20-something an hour by the time we closed. It's been so long, you know, since the plant closed. But I miss it, man. That was a great job.
Oh, I didn't even see you. Hi, buddy.
So anyway, you have a good night, man. I was just checking in. I'm gonna break it.
Get out of here! Out of the way!
Well, it's good to hear you, man. Good to hear some good news.
Night, bro.
Eyes Oz revealed
You have a good night, man. It done? It is done. Woo, man. We did it. We did it.
So how is Twitch going?
It's going. Where is it? Go. I wonder what it will take for me to get Venti. Oh my, it appears to be saying that a battle once took place on the Guili Plains, and an enormous battle at that. That must have been the battle in which Guili Assembly fell. But as for this other passage, it seems to have been written by someone who couldn't bring themselves to leave their home, so they stayed here. And what's more, there's treasure. Clearly you have a fondness for treasure, but you're not wrong. There is indeed treasure in the Guili Plains, if this passage is to be taken literally. But then we have... Huizong's 4 commandments shall guide those in generations to come who aspire to find it. Followed by teach with wisdom, be bound by virtue, fortify the bones, unite and ambition. The convergence of these 4 shall be known as the Guili Assembly. How does one decipher that? I wouldn't know where to start. Head back to Wang Shuin. I think we all need some downtime before we try to tackle the riddle of Guangzong's 4 commandments. Jesus. Hey! Some primo gems at that. Let's go. Ah. It is adventure time. It's 10:50. Look at that. Get 2 of those intertwined fates right now. Let's teleport there. And grab our water bag. Don't worry, chat. Where I ain't going nowhere. Grabbing my water. I'm ready. Raring to go. That's what I like to see. Let's begin our reading of Guazong's 4 commandments. Teach with wisdom, be bound by virtue, fortify the bones, unite in ambition. The convergence of these 4 shall be known as the Guili Assembly. On the surface, it does read like a set of commandments, golden rules for life, but also supposed to contain some sort of clues to a hidden treasure. Can't decipher it, though. It seems we'll have to approach this in what academics like to call the old-fashioned way. The 7 passages we found previously, they were all located in ruins of some sort. Since we're not sure where to start this time, perhaps keep searching in ruins. Ruins of Liu, here I come. How exactly do you propose to cover every single ruin in Liu? It'll take you forever. Can't afford to get so excited every time you hear the word treasure, you know. How about this? Since we know the treasure comes from Guili Assembly in the Guili Plains, let's restrict the search area. Start with, let's limit the search to inside Guili Plains. Hold on, I'm not finished yet. Don't forget to search the ruins thoroughly, and if you find anything of interest, come back and let me know. Remember, stick to Guili Plains. Don't let your boundless enthusiasm lead you further afield. While we're on the subject, I once came across a strange plate with some writing on it in one of the ruins right here. Excuse me. I only looked at it in isolation, though. Didn't do any sort of holistic analysis. Now I think about it, it might be connected to Guozong's 4 commandments. How about I mark the location on your map? You should go check it out. Maybe it'll lead somewhere.
Could it be true?
Hell, I gotta make a salad for a god who's super ungrateful. And this is what I'm resorting to right now. Oh, we got it. All right, let's see. Hold on, chat. Be right back. Well, shit. If I'd have known Game Mom was gonna be watching the like Harry Potter movies, I'd have sat and watched them with the family. Granted, I know them already. I'm a nerd. I like the stuff. What can I say, chat? All right. But seriously. Oh yeah, duh.
Teamwork is dreamwork. By royal decree. Ha.
Uniting ambition is to be steadfast and immovable for all time.
Grab some.
He's right, there should be 3 more of these around here.
Adventure time.
Come over here and grab some plants. Making birds meat out of you.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Get out of here!
All right, where are we on the map with this stuff? All right. Squealy Plains, huh?
I'll protect us. Off we go. Off we go.
Everything okay? You're okay? Okay. All I heard was crash, boom, bang, chat.
Get off of her.
Mint, on my way. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's go over to this one. Take a look-see. Won't activate. Maybe it takes some sort of special approach.
Pay your dues.
Eyes like... Get out of here! Go in! Insubordination!
Can't run from death.
I just did.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Get out of here! Out of the way! Oh, goodness gracious!
Go. Steak and mushrooms. Steak and mushrooms. Yeah.
Another test subject.
Odds revealed. Teamwork is dreamwork. Get out of here.
I got carrots. Have a little taste.
Insubordination.
Wisdom's like water. It nourishes all those who receive it, and in it is a reflection. It's one of the lines from our 4 commandments. Okay. So now do I go back to that one? We're looking, chat. We are looking. Come on, heal.
Get out of here. Off we go.
Nice, nice. Like, I'm just finding chests, man. They're everywhere.
decree. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious.
Learn, learn.
Let the show be. Let the show be. Off we go.
There's no end to
On,
this.
take cover.
The hunter becomes the hunter.
Okay. Sorry I'm late. Yo, Point Bird, what's up? No worries, man. You don't gotta tell me sorry. You're literally doing your own thing, man.
My royal. Take cover. Why do they never miss? As a good night should. Someone needs assistance. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
What? Excuse me? I have no clue what the fuck just happened. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
Let's see. What do we got? Huh. Oh, geez.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Oh.
Climb the mountain, chat. Climb it. Thank you for the encouragement point, Bird. Fortify the bones, the movement be supple when the time comes. Okay. Now go back to the water. All right. We got 3 of 4. Let us see. What are we gonna do? Mechanism won't activate. Dang it.
Off we go.
I'm up here.
Adventure
Start
time.
looking around.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Let's see about getting over there.
Hey.
Oh, we did this one already. Damn it. What? Alright, so I've got this one here. Water, bones. Yo, that was a groundhog? Whoa, that's dope. They gave away so much Mora.
By royal decree. Off we go. Oz, reveal thyself.
Hmm. Oh. They said nothing and I knew they lost it. When did you start your channel? 2014? Oh, you redeemed ad time again? You did redeem ad time, alright. Alright, chat, be right back. Okay. I started, when did I start my channel? Like today or like start streaming in general? Let's see, what do we got on this? Level 45. Lucky encounter in the clouds. Oh. 45, they say. Yowza.
There's no end to this.
By royal Get out of here! Out of the way! Why do they never miss?
Picked the wrong test subject.
Adventure time! By royal decree!
Done.
Seriously, where's this at?
Going in! Off we go!
Even the hydrates. I got so many things to drink now. I got apple juice, I got tea. Alright, we're gonna take a gander, because I'm missing one spot. The hell is that noise? Babe? Alright, so we did that spot. Nothing is there. We did, oh, it's a fucking movie? Okay. Oh, they took the screaming plants out. So yeah, Point Bird, I don't know if you heard me or not. I didn't know what you were asking. Dang it. I mean, okay, I'll take a divining scroll. Why not?
we go.
Yeah, I came down this river. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking, chat. I'm looking. I don't know what to do. Yeah, my food. Hmm. Hmm. All right. We have those 2 points.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
Enter the ruin. According to Soraya, the strange jade plate in the ruins may hold more clues. A jade plate. Let's teleport over to the point. Let's do a double check. Here's this.
Go, Rubber, go!
The dude, that 500 Mora is so good. Gimme. Hold on. Is there gravy all underneath? Yeah. Trying to put this all over a mouse pad.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not.
Oh.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
All right, chat. We've got 2 hours in. I'm gonna take a minor break. Yo, what up, Josh B Gaming? Sup, dude? I'm gonna take a minor break here because dinner is finally done here at the house. All the baking and everything.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
We're lost in the sauce, literally on this mission. Like, this is fucking somewhere, and I'm trying to mark the map. So I'll run around, try and find these points real quick. But then we'll take a break. We'll take a legit break, and then we'll be back.
Let's go
Yo,
find some treasure.
Nemesis. What's up, brother man? I gotta reach out and do stuff on that platform, man. Here's the other one. Okay, so I thought I knew where the other one was. So we got 1, 2, 3. But I noticed they all have this weird platform. So here? Well, that's what we're gonna shoot for real quick. I hope this is the right one.
Adventure time.
Wow, you can see them ruins way over there, guys. That's why I like this on PC. Like, this is so good. So damn good.
Let the show begin.
Get our heal on. That's my guess. I noticed they all had this platform. I think we've been on this quest for about an hour. Oh, I haven't been here. There's books and goods. Oh my. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. Diary of Roald, the adventure of Lua something.
Off we go.
Can I get this Geo?
By royal decree. Oh, protect us.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Oh, goodness. Oh, protect us. Oh, goodness gracious.
Water, baby. What's this one say? Virtue grows tall like a tree, though there be shade, it will flourish forever. Oh, we found it. Damn. Now the question is, since we found it, here. We might as well check this ruin out, because I don't think I've been here. I mean, I guess I've been here. Go figure. Wow. But I wasn't like, I haven't been here.
Oh, protect us. By royal. Out of the way. When everybody stand.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Rushing that robot out. Hell yeah. Now I think that's open. But I could be wrong. Man, I'm legit happy we figured this one out. This one was a tough little puzzle. Sometimes fate is inescapable, even for a god. I found 4 clues and 4 ruins. And there are 4 commandments. Each of these clues expounds upon the meaning of one of the 4 commandments. To get to the correct interpretation, the original text of Guazong's 4 commandments is key. These 4 are helpful, but peripheral to our inquiry. These 5 passages are linked, but how? Convergence. These 4 things all link up in some way. I remember each of Guazong's 4 commandments can be found in a specific ruin. Speculating here, but perhaps the 4 ruins are relevant to deciphering the true meaning of Guazong's 4 commandments. How exactly? I don't know. I need to mull it over. Maybe you could have a think too, or better still, go and investigate it firsthand. I'm just a skinny little scholar after all. I tire out completely after a few seconds on the run. Wish I had your stamina. Anyway, I'm going to keep thinking about it for a while. If you think of anything, or if you find anything, you know where I am. Yep, I have a feeling that we're gonna go.
Adventure time.
Which way is which?
Wine is a healthy drink.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the pool. You can kind of see it, just barely. Right there, behind the trees. Right there's the pool. That's where I'm gonna head next when we do come back. When we do go live again. It's definitely interesting for sure. I think if we come back live tonight, because it's been like 2 hours. If we come back live tonight, I'm gonna rush over there and knock it out. But it's only, to be fair, it's only 12. So if anything, we may be back, but I do have an errand. I have a couple errands to run. I also have a job interview tomorrow at 1. So hopefully we get the job. Because I'm ready to work. I just can't deal with the stresses of that warehouse. It was $15 an hour, but it put me out of work for 3 months. That's how stressed and messed up I got health-wise.
Or not.
So until then, we'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.
Could it be true? What I've heard.
Thank you for hanging out with us anyway, chat. Thank you, thank you. We are going to raid somebody. Stick around.